Hey friend, it is Kate here. Thank you so much for joining me for a class today. Now I have got a Pilates class that is all about building strength in our lower body, some big deep tummy work, some nice glutes, hamstrings, quads, all the good stuff. Now low body is great for, if you want to work on shaping a certain area of your body, that's absolutely fine. But really for me, when I think about building strength in my lower body, I'm thinking about protecting my joints, being nice to my hips, doing all that stuff that I know long term makes a huge difference in how I feel. So, roll out your mat and let's get started. We will start lying on our side. So make your way down. And you can use your hand as a little pillow. We're gonna kind of really recline for this one, but do make sure your shoulders, hips, and heels are all in one line. And then if you've taken any classes with me before, you know that I talk about pretending you've got a small belt around the middle of your waist and lightly cinching in. At the same time, I want you to imagine I just looped my finger underneath that belt and pulled up. So it's like we're trying to pull our side belly away from the mat. That might not actually happen, that's okay, but it's just that feeling of pulling your side tummy muscles up into the middle of the body rather than just like kind of crisp-splatting on the ground. So lift, stack, and from here, just before we do anything, shoulder back, chest nice and broad. Hand can be on our hip so we know what's going on. We can also take it up to the sky. For me, when I have my hand up, I'm more likely to keep my chest nice and open. It's also a nice way to activate my upper arm as well. I imagine there's a wall where my palm is and I press into that wall so I can turn on my legs. I'm sorry, I can turn on my arms. My legs are on too, don't you worry. Now from here, think about your lifted top glute. For me, that's my left side. I'm gonna give it a little squeeze. Going to squeeze my that thigh butt connection point, and then from here I'm just going to start with a small rotation of my knee up and then a little drop of it down. Now this might not look like I'm doing a whole lot, but the goal here is to keep level on your hips, and by that I mean don't let yourself tip back and fall up. So we're just going to, as much as we can, keep both hips totally still, exclusively moving in our left leg, or left for me anyway. If you're doing the other side, that's okay. But let's go ahead and do 2 more. Exhale, rotate, inhale, release. Last one, rotate and pause. Now from here, really think about your side belly that's closest to the mat and pull it away. As much as you can, keep that pulling in and away feeling. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, can you slowly pick up your knee without letting your side tummy fall to the mat? Inhale, touch the toes back together. Exhale, pick it up, cinching the waist. Inhale, lower down. Now, it's not so much about how high your knee goes or how fast we're moving, but again, it's keeping the hips stacked one on top of the other and that side belly really pulling up and in the entire time. Usually for us, if we're not thinking, it's really easy to kind of flop to the ground as you lift and pull it up, flop to the ground. I'm not really getting anything out of that. Instead, if I'm keeping everything so active and just moving in the leg, I am starting to feel it in my glutes, in my quad, in my hamstring, in my tummy too. One more time, up, hold. Now notice where your thigh is. Can we keep the thigh totally still and instead just straighten the leg as much as you can? If you do not straighten it all the way, that's okay. And then rebend the knee. Straighten, tone the tummy, cinch the waist, rebend the knee. Beautiful. 3 more, straighten, reach, rebend. 2 more, straighten, reach, rebend. Last one, straighten and stay. Now from here, reach that foot further away. If you need to lower the leg a little, that's okay. No big deal at all. Flex your foot. Reach your heel further away. Now we're going to do some rotation way up in our upper thigh. From here, I want you to rotate the leg closed and then rotate it open. Parallel, turn it out. Parallel, turn it out. 3 more. It's a very small movement. 2 more. Have you forgotten about lifting up in that side belly? Last one, rotate, pause. Point the toe again, reach that foot further away. Take a great big full inhale. Exhale, flex the foot. Inhale, point the toe. Exhale, flex the foot. 2 more, point. Exhale, flex. Last one, point. Exhale, flex, pause. Reach longer through the back of the heel. Squeeze your thigh, cinch your waist. Take a big inhale. Exhale, pull the thighs towards one another. So my upper thigh is pulling down to my inner thigh. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, try and keep the legs so straight. Pull the inner thigh down. Inhale, lift it back up. Beautiful. 3 more. Down we go. Inhale, lift it back up. 2 more. Down we go. Inhale, lift it back up. Last one, down, lift it back up, pause, take a big breath, point the toe, big inhale, let it go. Give your hip a little pat if we need to, a little love, and then we'll go ahead and take it to our other side. So, find your nice reclined position. It only looks like we're relaxing. Just as we did on the other side, start by stacking or kind of keeping in line, shoulders, hips, heels. Find that little imaginary belt. I loop my finger, I pulled you up, pull that side belly up and in, broaden across your chest, slide the hand up if you want to. Your hand could stay on your hip if that helps to give you some awareness of what's going on there, always fine. But again, for me, having my palm up and pressing into an imaginary wall helps to keep my posture working and my arm just as active. As you feel ready, really think of lengthening through your low back. It's like I'm almost physically pulling your hips down towards the edge of the mat while your head is reaching towards the opposite side. Squeeze your thigh, turn on that top glute, rotate the leg open, let it close. Rotate the leg open. Let it close. Beautiful job. No hurry whatsoever. Take all the time you need. It's about moving in a slow and controlled fashion. Really thinking about glute working, tummy pulling in, not letting ourselves just relax on the mat. Everything is doing its job. Let's do 2 more. Take all the time you need. And now the next time we lift our knee up, pause, cinch the waist, slide your hand up a little higher if it's lifted. Think about pulling your shoulder blades towards one another so the back is active. Take a big inhale. Exhale, cinch the waist, pick up the knee. Inhale, touch the toes together. Exhale, cinch the waist, pick up the knee. Inhale, touch the toes together. 3 more at your own pace. Every time you lift, think of hollowing your side belly, drop it down. So for me, I'm really thinking about my left side belly, that side that's closest to the mat. I am pulling it in as I lift my leg. I am touching my toes back together. Take it as fast or slow as you need to. Let's face it, most of the time when we go slower, it's harder, so it's not about our speed here. 2 more, little lift and lower at your own pace. Now the next time that we lift our leg up, pause right there, and then elongate the leg, rebend the knee. Elongate the leg, rebend the knee. And now remember, our ideal kind of goal here is to keep the thighs still. Mine might move a little bit because I am human, I'm not perfect, but hopefully it's not moving too much, and hopefully yours isn't either. It's really just that straighten and turn on all the muscles in your leg, release. Exhale, straighten, turn on all the muscles in your leg, release. Last one, straighten, hold. Reach longer through that foot. It's like I am holding onto your ankle, I am yanking it away, and give the foot a flex. Now we're gonna do our little rotations here, and that is coming way up in our ball and socket joint. For me, the more I actively flex my foot, send my heel away, the less likely I am to cramp up through the front of my hip. I know a lot of times here, we can get that feeling of being very tight through the front of our psoas. Flex the foot more, turn on your hamstring, the back of the leg, as much as you can, and really focus on that ball and socket joint, kind of turning in and out. Last time, turn it out, pause, and then point the toe and flex the foot. Point the toe and flex the foot. No hurry, you're doing fabulous. 3 more. A big point, a big flex, a big point, a big flex. Last one. Flex, pause. Slide the fingertips up higher. Pull the navel in. Reach that side belly away from the mat. Big inhale. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. Inhale, send the foot up. Fabulous. Pull the inner thighs down, hollowing the tummy. Lift it back up. Oh, we love glute work so much. Put a smile on your face. Sometimes if I smile, it just kind of helps to relax the muscles in my face and it puts me in a cheery mood while I do big, hard workouts just like this. And I remind myself I'm doing such good things for my body. 2 more down and up. No hurry, no rush. Lift it up, pause, take a big breath, maybe point the toe, reach it nice and far away. Let it go. Little pat on the tush. You're doing fabulous. Go ahead and come on up to a seat. Come to the front of the mat. Hands behind the thighs, roll the shoulders back, sit up taller and straighter. We feel our glutes working, I hope so. Take your hands in front of you. Imagine you're holding a great, big, heavy present. Give that heavy present a squeeze. Turn on the arms. Take a big breath. Tip your pubic bone back. Start to lean towards the ground behind you. Slowly, slowly, slowly coming down, squeezing that heavy present as hard as you can until we make our way all the way down. Walk your feet in. Reach your present over your head without splaying the ribs, so only so much that we do not arch through the back. And then from here, big deep inhale, squeeze the present, curl your head and chest up, reach your fingertips over the knees, not down by your hips, we're lifting straight over. Press into the feet, drop the head and chest. Think of that heavy present lifting up overhead, reach your fingertips nice and far away. And then again, inhale, start to lift, and then use your exhale, curl up, pause, lower down, hands overhead, feel your low back touching the mat, press both feet into the floor, keep your glutes just as active as they were before, exhale, curl up, inhale, lower down, keep the arms active, active, active. You are holding some imaginary, beautiful present. Tone the tummy, curl, lift up, lower all the way down. 2 more just like that. Now this next time that we do our little mini curl up, I want you to pause there. So go ahead, lift up and pause. Hollow the stomach, reach longer through the hands. From here, inhale, slide your right hand open. Exhale, hug your present, close. Inhale, slide your left hand open. Exhale, cinch the waist, close. If it's too much to do this without supporting the head behind you, you could just work one arm at a time. That is perfectly fine. If we can keep both hands going though, that's awesome. As you open and close whichever arm is going, think about moving through water, through peanut butter. It is hard to push the hand open, even harder to pull it back in. Inhale, slide it open. Exhale, hollow the tummy, close. One more set, open, exhale, close. Last one, exhale, close, fold up 1/2 inch, big breath. Drop it down, reach your hands all the way overhead and take a big stretch. Heels into the mat, full big stretch from your hips through your body, out your fingers. And then one more time, hands lift up to the sky, shoulders down the back. This time they're pressing towards your body, not each other. But once more, big breath. Now, as you lift the head and chest up, pause. Our hands will be lower down our sides, almost as if there are 2 tables right here and you're pressing down into the tables to help fold and lift yourself a little higher. Big, deep, full inhale. Great big breath out. Another big, full inhale. Stamp into your left foot, pick up the right leg. Drop the right foot down. Exhale, stamp and lift the left. Just walk side to side. If we need a hand or even 2 behind our head to support our neck, rather than keeping our hands off and away, that is always okay. Because what's most important is to concentrate on the abdominal muscles working to lift the head and chest. The goal isn't about lifting and kind of curling up just to get to the shape. The goal when we lift our head and chest up is to turn on the tummy muscles a little bit more. You could lift and lower the legs with the head down and still work on abdominal strength. If you do some of my more very beginner classes, I do that a lot, and that's why, because the point here is to turn the tummy muscles on. Now, finish off whatever set you're doing. Set both feet down, swim the hands up over the knees again, big deep inhale, fold half an inch higher, drop half an inch, fold half an inch higher, drop half an inch, 3 more up, lower down, 2 more up, lower down. Last one up, pause, take a big breath, let everything go, hands overhead, straighten the legs, take a big stretch from the tip of the toes through the body out the fingers. And then once more, stamp the feet into the floor, hands a little wider than your mat, shoulders nice and broad. Take an inhale, tip the pelvis, roll yourself up, find a bridge. Find that lovely broad chest. This is not a yoga bridge where we're really going for a great big back bend. Instead, it's more about a long line from your hips to your knees, kind of all the way down the body. I did not say that in the right order. Knees to hips to shoulders. That's the way I wanted to say it. Press down into the back of the shoulders a little bit more and make more space for your neck, for the cervical spine. Point your nose straight up to the sky. Take a big deep inhale. Now this is a little bit funny, but I want you to drop your right hip first and start to roll down the rest of the body. Now the right hip's going to meet the mat first, and the left hip's going to follow. Realign everything, and then lift the hips up once more. Shoulders stay connected to the ground, nose up high. Again, pause here for a moment, enjoying that nice stretch through the back of the neck, and then drop the left hip, and then slowly roll everything down. Bring back center. One more to each side. Roll up, pause, broaden across the chest. Right hip drops, and then everything lowers and follows back to center. Lift up to the center. Left hip drops. Lower everything back to the center. Shoulders down the back, chest nice and wide. Pull your right knee into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. Maybe circle the knee around. Opposite direction. Stomp it on the floor, same thing other side, knee in, circle it around, opposite direction. Press the foot on the floor, lift your right foot straight up to the sky, a big flex. After that side booty work, it can feel very nice to take a little figure 4. Now what I most often see is people really let their opposite hip lift off of the way from the ground, thinking, oh, my leg is further away from my body, it must be a bigger, deeper stretch. The more you can keep both hips stable though, and think about rotating your inner thigh away from the body, the bigger of a stretch you'll feel. Now, keeping the pelvis connected to the earth, maybe pick up your bottom leg. You can hug underneath the thigh if you want to. Now again, my hips have not lifted away from the floor, nor have I let them kind of come out of alignment. They're still nice and even. I lightly think about hugging my knee towards my shoulder and maybe taking a little sway side to side. Great big breath in. Let that go when you're ready. And then same thing, other side, left leg crosses over. And this might be enough. Maybe we stay right here because it's already hard enough just to keep both hips even and not let the left tushy kind of lift away from the floor. That's fine. But if we want to pick up our bottom leg, again, hugging it in. If you so choose, for me, the more I flex both of my feet, the deeper it feels for me, and then also I know I'm protecting my ankles. A lot of times when I see people point the toe, they only bring the foot onto the leg and kind of sickle it, which puts too much pressure on our ankle that we don't really need. And again, you might want to sway side to side. You might want to hug it in a little more, but eventually drop both feet down, elongate the legs. Take a big stretch from your toes through your body, out your fingers, a nice wiggle. Pull your knees in, a little rock, up to a seat. As always, give yourself a pat on the back, thanking yourself for doing something so good and just for you. I hope you enjoyed class today. I hope we feel a little bit stronger in our low body and our tummy, and I cannot wait to see you again.